Hello and welcome back to my channel. Many years ago, I made a pair of shoes where I put some strawberries in resin. They were cute at the time, but I always wanted to make some where the strawberries were loose. I finally came up with the idea how to make that. I decided to use clear Worbla and make the base with that. First I cut out all the pattern pieces and then started heating it with my hair straightener. I heat it and bend it until I get the shape that I want. Once I had the right shape, I glue it shut with some super glue. Then I take the other piece and heat it up and start bending it to match the curvature of the base. Once I'm happy with the shape, I glue that on as well. And then I repeated it for the other shoe. And to make it extra hard for myself, I decided to sculpt all the strawberries by hand. I use Apoxie sculpt and start making little shapes of strawberries. Then I insert a little wire into it so it's easier to handle. Then I make little dots in it to make the strawberry texture. Once that part has completely dried, I add the leaves one by one. Then I paint the strawberries, first white, red, and then the leaves green. And then I did that for about 30 more times. I put the strawberries in the shoes and they look so cute already. To finish off the shoes, I also need to add soles to them. I cut out some pieces from red fabric and glue on some ribbons to be the straps and a long ribbon to tie around the ankle. And then I glue the sole onto the base. And with that, the shoes are finished. And to continue with the strawberry theme, I decided to use some green fabric and some red and white checkered fabric for the clothes. I cut out all the pieces for the shirt and sew them together and flip it inside out. For the dress part, I used this image as a reference and cut out the pieces and sew it all together. I also wanted to add some bows to the outfit, so I used this wire tool that I made to make all the bows the same size. I added both to the shirt, and I also added some to the dress, but I forgot to film that. I wanted to make her a cute bag as well. I cut out some pieces from faux leather and sewed them together. The first try came out a bit funny looking, so I tried again. This time I added a magnetic closure. I also made a new top piece. I added a cute white flower and a golden chain to the bag. And then I glued both the pieces together. Now that the outfit is finally done, I can start on the face. First, I clean off the face with some 100% acetone. And then I spray it with some MSC. Then I start sketching in the face. I first use some very light colors and then I go in darker. I add some blush all over the face and some around the eyes. I add some color on the lips and clean it up with a kneaded eraser. And then start drawing in the eyelashes and the eyebrows. I also add freckles all over her face. Because my spray wasn't working very well, I decided to go in with Gouashe Paints and sharpen all the lines and make the colors more vibrant. I draw in hairs on the eyebrows. I also decided to add more freckles in the face. I add the eye shines to the eyes. And to finish it off, I add lots of glitter all over the face. Once I've sprayed the face for the final time, I add gloss to the lips. Now that the face is done, I paint the head to match the hair color and I glue on the hair wefts. I also curl them and then I start to separate the hair curls to make them look more natural. After I had brushed them out, the hair was super fluffy, so I sprayed some water on it to help to style it. I also cut some pieces shorter to keep the hair more neat. As a last detail, I also wanted to add a little bow to her hair. I glued on a little rhinestone as well to hide the pin. And with that, the doll is finished. I really hope that you like her, and thank you so much for watching.